We ready? Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Owens, and this is Jocelyn. She's going to be translating for me. So, some fun facts about me. I've been teaching for 24 years in DISD.
Ella ha estado enseñando por 20 años en DISD.
My students describe me as energetic, helpful, and motivating.
Los estudiantes la describen como energética, ayudante y motivadora.
I have 3 daughters, and one is going to have a baby in the next 2 weeks, so I'm excited about being a grandma.
Su hija Jalen tiene 3 hijas y una de ellas va a tener un bebé en unos meses.
So my kids describe me as enthusiastic, spontaneous, optimistic. Any of those adjectives is great.
Sus hijas la describen como positiva, muy energética y carismática.
This is Women's History Month, so the quote that I picked out is, if you were born with the weakness to fall, you were born with the strength to rise.
Como es el mes de las mujeres, el quote que ella escogió es, si naciste para...
Weakness to fall, you were born
Si naciste con una debilidad para caer, tú debiste nacer con
the strength to rise.
con la fuerza para subir.
Thank you. No, you're good. Okay, so here's my class schedule. I teach EDUC 1300 learning frameworks for all incoming freshmen that are going to get their associate's degree in the collegiate.
Ella enseña para todos los grados de 9 para que tengan su... what did you say?
EDUC 1300 learning frameworks.
Oh, ella enseña la clase que se llama EDUC 1300 para los del 9 grado.
And then the other class I teach is called Methods of Academic and Personal Success, or MAPS.
La otra clase que enseña se llama Métodos de Academia y Success Personal.
And finally, the class we're in right now is called College Readiness and Study Skills.
Y la clase en la que estamos ahora se llama Readiness para College y Study Skills.
Okay, so right now, if you can just film the class really quickly, it's more of a guided study. Everybody has their own book. How have you been doing in the SAT study, Torian?
Good.
Pretty good. Anybody feel like it's helping you get the language down? Isaac, is it difficult?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. What is good about it? What's bad about it? You can film him. He's a good one. What's good about the whole SAT Elite Study
All right.
program and versus what's bad?
What's good about it is that it'll help you get some knowledge about it and what's the basic understanding of the ACT, so you can start getting an understanding of it when you get to your junior year when you take your test. The only bad thing I could see about it is just some 10th graders or maybe even 9th graders, if they're lucky enough to take it early on, will be struggling with this, and it's a bit too hard for them for the time being. But once they get to 11th grade, maybe they'll start getting it now.
Can you say the same thing in Spanish, or do you need her to translate for you?
I'm not as good at speaking
Okay,
Spanish.
can you say what he said in Spanish? He's like, what did he say?
I speak so fast.
I know.
Okay. So what's good about the ACT is that it's gonna help you understand the basic understanding of this ACT test for your junior year to start testing about it.
Lo que es bueno sobre la práctica de SAT es de que ayuda a prepararlos para el examen SAT.
Okay. And what's bad?
The only, the only problem I have with it is that I feel like some of the 10th graders who are not as knowledgeable with the SAT than the other ones are gonna have a more harder time to learn about the basics and maybe struggle a bit when the ACT comes out. But besides that, I don't see too much problems with it.
Okay, thank you. So our objective in this class is to evaluate the format of the SAT and what it tests. We're gonna be given reading diagnostics, which is what some of the students are doing now. They're using highlighters, they're using the different skills. Oh, I should let you speak. So that's on the top right of the board, if you can translate that. The students will evaluate the format of the SAT and what it tests.
Los estudiantes van a revisar las formats del SAT.
Okay, and then you're given reading diagnostics, and you should know different ways to prepare for the SAT.
Les están dando muchos diagnósticos de lectura para prepararlos para el SAT.
And finally, we know how it's scored, so we can keep on improving our score and hopefully get a scholarship into college.
Y como estamos preparándonos para saber cómo los I'm sorry, what
A
did you
scholarship
say?
into college?
Oh, para conseguirles un... How do you say it? Unas becas para el colegio.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay, another class that I have is called EDUC 1300 Learning Frameworks, and we're talking about self-management in this class, self-management.
Esta clase los ayuda para que puedan ustedes mismos poder hacer las cosas.
So I'll just take a poll around the class. How many of you feel like you are good with self-management, that you can manage yourself very well? You do an excellent job. Most people are raising their hand. How many of you feel like you got a lot of work to do? It's hard to manage yourself. Okay, I can raise my hand for both. So we had 5 people say they had a hard time with self-management, and then 7 said they were pretty good with it. This is a skill you need for life. So we're gonna talk about having good relationships, strengthening the relationships with good listening, and respecting cultural differences.
En esta clase los vamos a ayudar a que hagan más fuertes sus relaciones, para que aprendan a hacer las cosas ustedes mismos y para que tengan muchas fuerzas.
And finally, if we're struggling, the reason why we're struggling is because we are trying to just depend on others and they may not have time for us, or we're too independent and we don't ask for help, we don't listen well, or we fear something like a judgment or attack.
Algunos estudiantes tienen mucha dificultad porque son muy dependientes de otras personas, no escuchan muy bien y tienen miedo de ser atacados o de ser juzgados por los demás.
Perfect. Okay, so a great learning framework student is on Blackboard a lot of time. They log in at least 10 hours a week. So this is week 7, and at this 7-week mark, some classes are over at 8 weeks. So they should have had at least 62 to 76 hours worth of logins. I'm sorry, 63 to 77 logins and 62 to 76 hours of time that they're spending on the class.
Un buen estudiante de Learning Framework se mete a CNA y MindTaps 7 veces por semana. Ahorita ya deberían haber completado 62 a 76 horas y han de haber tenido 73 a 77 logins para tener un growth mindset.
Thanks so much. Okay, so we're talking about procrastination the last 6 weeks. We're talking about different people that have shown that they have self-managed well, and then some that haven't, so we can learn from them. We journal, we take little tests and quizzes, and we practice our study skills.
Estamos ayudando a los estudiantes que tienen mucha dificultad en hacer los trabajos, los estamos enseñando a que hagan exámenes de práctica para ayudarlos a tener más control sobre ellos mismos.
All right, so in the MAPS class, and that stands for Methods of Academic and Personal Success, we're going to be talking about budgeting, streams of income, needs versus wants, and financial issues, because we all need help with money.
En la clase de MAPS los vamos a ayudar a enseñarle a los estudiantes a que sepan más de dinero, a que diferencien los gustos, lo que quieren, lo que necesitan, cosas de financia y lo de budgeting para ayudarlos sobre las finances.
Perfect. All right, and so we're just going to play a game to end this. So real quick at your table, and you guys can do this for real. Would you rather read a book or watch a movie? If you would rather read a book, put your left hand up. If you'd rather watch a movie, put a 2 up with your right hand, okay? So it's a 1 for the read a book and a 2 for the movie. Okay, and ask in Spanish, please.
A los estudiantes les van a preguntar al que les guste leer una película que levanten un dedo, y al que quiera ver una película alcen 2 dedos.
Okay, go ahead and put the fingers up. Read a book or watch a movie. 1 for read a book, 2 for watch a movie. Everybody in here wants to watch a movie. Nobody wants to read. Oh my goodness. Okay, next, would you rather go to the beach or to the mountains?
¿Prefieren ir a la playa o ir a las montañas?
Okay, go ahead and put the finger up for 1 for beach, 2 for mountains. Everybody here wants to go to the beach except for 1 who wants to go to the mountains. No, you want to go to the mountains too. So 2 want to go to the mountains, 1 to the beach. Awesome. I'm going to the beach next week to Hawaii, you guys, for my vow exchange, so I'm excited. Would you rather be rich or be happy?
¿Prefieren ser ricos o felices?
So rich is number 1, 2 is happy. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 4 people rather be rich, and 4 people would rather be happy. I know you're going to say that if you're rich, you are happy, but that's not true because a lot of rich people, aren't happy. Okay, would you rather work at a career you love or one that you hate that pays well?
¿Prefieren trabajar en una carrera que les gusta o en una que odian pero que les paga bien?
Okay, wow. 4 people said they'd rather work at a career they love, and then 5 people said rather one that pays well. Y'all gonna be miserable. Would you rather be too busy or too bored?
¿Prefieren estar muy ocupados o muy aburridos?
Okay, that's half and half too. Okay, so 4 people say too busy, 5 people say too busy, and 5 people say too bored. Okay. And would you rather hear good news or bad news first?
¿Prefieren escuchar noticias buenas o malas primero?
I don't know. Ooh, that's hard. I'm just gonna go with the good news, but everybody else said bad news first. Okay. All right. So we try to do different icebreakers in class. I also want to talk to you about victim language versus creator language. So victim language is something like number 6. I wish I could write better, but I just can't. Can you say that in Spanish?
Quisiera ser bueno para escribir, pero no puedo.
Okay, but creator language is like, I will practice my handwriting in my free time to improve it for when I'm in class taking notes.
Deberían decir, aunque no puedo escribir, voy a improvisar mi forma de escritura para la clase.
And this is a sample of one of the college journals that a student would be asked to write. And finally, we try to talk about our habits as victims or as creators. We try to seek solutions, and I try to get the students to dive deep.
Estamos intentando que los estudiantes se enseñen a que no culpen a las demás personas y para que busquen soluciones ellos mismos.
Okay, that's my 20 minutes. And this student said, I feel like I speak more as a creator than a victim because I'm always finding out solutions to my problems.
Uno de los estudiantes dijo que ellos sienten que hablan más como un creador que una víctima porque siempre buscan maneras de solucionar sus problemas.
And does anyone have any questions for me?
¿Tienen preguntas?
Thank you guys. My name is Dr. Owens.